You ever notice how your brain picks the absolute worst moments to hit replay? Like, it's 3 a.m., I'm lying in my hammock, surrounded by the peaceful hum of New York traffic and one distant raccoon band, and my brain's like, hey, remember that time you failed miserably in front of everyone? Oh, thank you, brain. Out of all my memories, you decided that one deserves a nightly encore. Apparently, my brain treats humiliation like fine wine. It just gets better with age. I think my brain is a collector. Some people collect stamps. Others collect sneakers. Mine collects cringe. It keeps them organized, too. There's the embarrassed at school section, the career disasters wing, and a whole floor dedicated to things I said in 2013. My favorite, or I guess it's favorite, is the day I tried to impress someone I liked by pretending to know jazz. I said Miles Davis was a DJ. The silence that followed still echoes in my neurons. Every night, my brain polishes that one like a trophy. Maybe my brain loves that memory because it reminds me I tried. I mean, sure, I failed spectacularly, like trip over your own tail while holding coffee levels of failure. But at least I went for it. I remember thinking I was smooth, mysterious, maybe even cool. But no, I was a slow-talking sloth trying to discuss bebop with someone who actually studied music. Still, every time I think about it, I laugh. Maybe that's the real win. Sometimes I wonder if my brain runs a late-night comedy club. Next up, it says, the time you tried to do parkour after watching one YouTube tutorial. Oh yes, that night I jumped off a bench, slipped on my own banana snack, and landed face first in front of a pigeon audience. Standing ovation. Literally, they all stood up and left. But maybe my brain replays it because it's kind of cinematic, failure in slow motion, poetry with gravity. Other times, it feels like my brain isn't mocking me, it's teaching me. Like the time I tried to bake a cake and forgot to add flour. Just sugar, butter, and enthusiasm. What came out was a shiny caramel brick that could double as home defense. I called it experimental cuisine. My friends called it inedible regret. But maybe that's why my brain keeps that one close, because it's funny now. I survived the embarrassment, and now it's just a story that makes people laugh. There's also the time I tried to impress a job interviewer by saying I work well under extreme heat. I meant pressure, but the AC was broken, and I was sweating like a microwaved marshmallow. The interviewer just nodded slowly and said, interesting. I didn't get the job, obviously. But every time my brain replays that one, it's like it's saying, see, you are honest, at least brutally honest, and kind of melting. Then there's the emotional failures. The ones that sneak in with softer music, like the time I lost touch with a friend because I was too proud to say I missed them. My brain loves that one. It doesn't show it to mock me, more like a gentle nudge, reminding me to text the people I care about before it's 3 a.m. and my hammock feels like a time machine. I guess even a failure can carry something beautiful, a lesson, a longing, a little spark of who we used to be. My brain once told me, and by told me, I mean whispered through a memory of spilling soup on my crush, that maybe failure isn't a bug. Maybe it's the code that makes the program run. Without those moments, life would just be a slideshow of polite successes, boring. Predictable. A few cringe scenes to make the laughter louder later. So maybe that's why my brain's favorite memory is my worst failure, because it's proof I lived fully enough to mess things up. I took a chance. I felt something. I learned something. Every replay is just my mind saying, hey, you tried. Remember that. And yeah, it still hurts a little, but it's the kind of hurt that means growth. Like stretching after a long nap. Uncomfortable, but necessary. Now it's 4 a.m., and my brain's finally running out of reruns. Maybe tonight, instead of cringing, I'll thank it. Thank it for keeping my failures close enough to remind me I've moved past them. Either way, I think I'm finally ready to sleep.